Welcome back to our channel. So today we will be going over Eeyore as our very first character analysis review. So stay tuned to the end to hear more about some tips that I think that we learned from Eeyore throughout the show series. So for those who are not familiar with the Winnie the Pooh series, Eeyore is a very lovable, melancholy in nature donkey that is a supporting character in the Winnie the Pooh series. He has a very calm demeanor, but he's also just prone to lots of bouts of sadness. He is a very humble donkey, but also he has a lot of witty and sarcastic remarks, a lot of self-deprecating humor, but he just finds a way to always be helpful to his friends despite whatever circumstance he may be going through. Here are a few character quotes from Eeyore and some interactions that he's had with a few of the other characters to kind of give you more of a description of what he's like.
Good morning, Pooh Bear.
If it is a good morning, which I doubt.
Did I get your tail back on properly, Eeyore?
No matter. Most likely lose it again anyway. It's an awful nice tail, Kanga. Much nicer than the rest of me.
The thing that I love most about the Winnie the Pooh series and why I chose it is because I believe each character is so uniquely created and so made differently and looks at life with different perspectives and has different angles, but yet they all just come together and care and love and protect one another like a beautiful community and something I'd love to see in the world more. So this is why I started with the Winnie the Pooh series. I think it's an amazing series to just really learn how to be a human being. How to be a good friend to Eeyore. I think the best way to be a good friend to Eeyore is don't ever try to change him. Accept him as he is. Love him where he is at. I think the best thing that the Winnie the Pooh friends do is meet Eeyore right where he is. And also, a great thing to do is to reach out, invite him in, be there for him. And, Eeyore may be prone to isolation, he may be prone to being on his own and being okay with that, but that doesn't mean that he wouldn't enjoy someone reaching out and inviting him in. So I would say that a great friend doesn't try to change him, embraces him, invites him in, and also notices him. A lot of time these characters and people in life that are like Eeyore's are very easy to not notice, but we ought to notice them. And you can see throughout the series, Eeyore's catchphrase is, "Thanks for noticing me." And it's because he's grateful for that. The last thing that I want to say that a good friend would do is to not take the rejection personally. Eeyore is a type of character that needs a lot of recharge time. They need to be alone a lot to kind of recharge their fuel and energy. And so I believe that it is just the utmost importance to not take their rejection personally, but rather realize that this is just the way they were created and they need this recharge time. They need to be alone for some time and then they can reach out or come out when they're ready. So don't take it personally, but continue to reaching out to them because it's what they need. So what are some things that we can learn about Eeyore? Eeyore, I believe, teaches us to be okay with sadness. I think a lot of us have a struggle, myself included, in allowing ourselves to be sad. It's almost like we have to put on this pose of like we're always happy and we're always having a good time and we're having so much fun on Instagram and on Facebook and on Twitter, but we're not, and that's okay. Eeyore teaches us that we can be sad and be loved. In fact, it is the truest friends that will stick by you throughout any moods that you will have. So embrace your sadness and don't try to sugarcoat it. Another thing that Eeyore teaches us is how to be grateful. He is grateful anytime someone notices him. And that's something that we might take for granted. Like, we have plenty of people that notice us. But do we take the time to say, thanks for noticing me? Thanks for doing that gesture. Thanks for reaching out. Thanks for inviting me in. Gratitude is a great way to live a joyful life. And I think Eeyore shows us that. Despite his struggle with sadness, he still knows how to be grateful. And that's great. Eeyore teaches us to not take life so seriously. Even when he has had moments of struggle, he kind of still makes fun of it. It's just kind of funny, the humor that he has. He isn't afraid to laugh at the mediocrity of life or the melancholiness of life or the struggles of life. He's not afraid to laugh at it. And sometimes it's necessary in order to make it to the next great moment or the next poor moment. Finally, Eeyore teaches us how to be a good friend despite our circumstances. Even though Eeyore has a more gloomy view on life and a sad nature, melancholic nature, he still is able to be dependable and reliable for his friends. He is always willing to help despite what he's going through. And a lot of times, I think that takes a lot of strength for someone who struggles with sadness to still come out and be there for their friends. So I think that is a great trait that Eeyore has. Despite like his being, his nature, he's still a really good friend. And not a lot of us can say that. You know, we can say we're super happy, we're having a great time, but we might be pretty bad friends. So I think Eeyore does a great job of showing us what a true friend is like. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this character analysis of Eeyore. If you like this video, please make sure to click on that thumbs up and like this video. Please make sure to subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to make sure that you get notified every time that we post a new video. What's to come next? I will be doing a very quick overview and my predictions of what Eeyore is in the Myers-Briggs system and what Eeyore is in the Enneagram system. So stay tuned for those two videos coming out later this week. And as always, you guys, life is a prize. Live every minute. Have a great day. Bye.
Not much of a tail, but I'm sort of attached to it.
Not much of a house. Just right for not much of a donkey.
Good thinking.
Well, if you ask me, it'll never work.